Okay. Awesome. I'm so excited. We're finally here.
It's starting. I can't believe it. Technical difficulties and all. For all of those who behind the scenes stuff you don't get to see, I am tech illiterate.
No, we were both a bit of Luddites, but I'm really impressed with everything that we've learned already. And I think it's just going to go up from here. We're going to like stretch muscles we didn't even know we had. But before we kind of talk about the podcast, I have the funniest story for you. And I think this personifies me to a T. So I have always wanted to plant a pollinator garden. Like I wanted like an English cottage wildflower garden in my front flower bed. I know nothing about gardening. I had a chat GPT the entire thing. And I feel like I'm a little crunchy-ish. So I'm like, oh, God save the bees. This is going to be great. And the butterflies are going to come. My daughter's going to love the butterflies. So over the course of, call it the last 4 weekends, I have been curating this pollinator garden. And it finally looks beautiful. It looks like everything I could have hoped. But I have to water it every day for the first month or whatever till the roots take hold. So I'm out there and I'm watering, and it is a hive of activity. There are just bees buzzing everywhere, those little monarch butterflies floating. I'm so happy.
Everything you had wished had come true.
Everything I had hoped and dreamed is here. And I take a picture of this beautiful garden and with the glistening water and the bees, and I send it to my cousin, who's my best friend, but also like one of those chronically good at everything people. And I really want her to be proud of me. So I'm sending her this picture of my pollinator garden. And as I'm texting her the picture. So imagine, water the garden, take the picture, send the picture as I walk back in and sit down at my desk in my office. And within 2 seconds, I hear that very distinct buzz. A bee has gotten into my hair and has followed me into the office. These bees that I am trying to create, an ecosystem for, has now come in the house. Every crunchy instinct I have flies out the window. I murdered this bee. I mean, I didn't kill it. I destroyed it. I hosed my entire office, computers, monitors, keyboards, desk in whatever lethal spray was at my closest. I mean, blew this.
It's terrifying. It's terrifying. There was a time where we had a beehive growing in our where the house meets the fireplace. And so all of a sudden I'm in my master bedroom and I hear bzzz, just like you said. And then I heard it again and again and again. And I'm like, what is happening? Where are all these things coming from? And it ended up they had built a hive and in the fireplace, and they were coming in through the fireplace and making residence in my room. So I had to shut all the doors, kept him in there. And needless to say, now the fireplace, we had to remove it completely because that incident happened more than once. I felt a little bit like Snow White, but I did end up having to remove it. And I was like, oh, you can't have bees in your house. My child is like deathly allergic to them. And I'm just like, it was too much. They're scary, but I know they do all the good things and all of that, but it's when it's happening to you in the moment, boom, scary.
It was terrifying, pretty huge.
But did your cousin like the garden?
She did. She did love the garden. She was proud of me. It is a very pretty garden. So I'll post pictures.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
I know.
So speaking of our house,
what's the latest?
For all of our audience, we are selling our house and we are moving, and this is a big process move.
Like a new state, like
a whole new state. We're picking up, we're completely relocating for my job. So I will say my family's been very supportive of me and my career and my growth. But the whole process, we used to buy and sell houses a lot, and earlier in our love, my husband and I, but now we've been in this place for probably 8 years. And this is a process from decluttering to, it's more so the cleaning it every day before a showing. I'm positive you could eat off my floor right now, which would never have happened before. And because I've been cleaning it every day, I even canceled my housekeeper, which is crazy. I don't know why I did that. But here I am. I don't know when I've found the time to clean. It's sort of been therapeutic in the mornings when we've gotten up to go to school. Like I come back and, just clean away. And it is some gratification to it, but I'm sort of over these people coming through my house all the time. So I'm hopeful that over the next little bit, it goes. But man, the process isn't for the faint of heart.
No, and it's got to be emotional, right? Like you're so excited about the new move and the new adventures, but
Yeah.
I imagine emotional attachment to the house and starting to feel that wistful, like, oh, this might be the last time we just run over to the neighbors and drink wine.
Oh, there's a swan song every day at my house. Like somebody's
Yeah.
having their last, or that's what they're using as their excuse to me to go do something. Like this is the last time I'm going to hang out with these people, or go, golf and do this. So it's funny. I think I'm probably a little bit forgiving to a lot of it because I'm the reason. But it is interesting, like where the emotions lie with each person in my house. And my husband was born and raised here, so it's been probably the hardest on him, which is really interesting. As usually, like I guess I don't see him as the emotional type typically. And now he, all of the emotions have come out. Meanwhile, the children are all like, yes, can't wait for the next adventure. Our friends will come visit with us, all the things. So what I anticipated going into it has not happened at all. And it's kind of been reverse.
Yeah. Are you starting to get stressed about the house and selling it?
I don't know if I'm so stressed about selling it yet. I think there's still time is on my side. I think what stresses me out is everything that comes after it. Like it solidifies, okay, shit, I gotta pack. I gotta, find a mover. I gotta do, like, I haven't done that. I also haven't found a house where we're moving. So I think I'm sort of compartmentalizing this maybe a little too much and trying to be calm and all the things for everybody. And I'm hopeful it doesn't come back and bite me later.
No, it will, especially like when you think you're just about out of the house and then you find like that last drawer or closet or whatever for the ton of time. I mean, moving is my nemesis. I hate moving. I hate it. And you can't fully pawn it off. You can hire movers. You can even hire the Mac Daddy movers that are going to come in and pack you. But I assure you, you still have to tell them what to pack, what goes to what room, what you're keeping, what you're purging. I mean, it makes me a little nauseated for you.
Yeah, I mean, the good part is I've already had one dump trailer come and getting rid of stuff. So I do feel like I'm minimalizing this mass amount of stuff that we have, but still not to the point where we need to. And I think just going through that process that part has been therapeutic, I will say. I'm also one that likes to toss things. So I'm not a keeper of all things and all memories. I have certain ones that I put aside. But yeah, it's going to continue on. There will be a point, and you guys will all probably hear about it, where I'm just going to be done. And when I get to that point, it's like toss, 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 and we'll just figure it out later. We probably didn't need it anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. How are the dogs doing with all this? Because you have to like when you have a showing, you have to go leave your office, drive home, and take the dogs and contain them somewhere else.
Yes. So my dogs have now, and so my work has now gone into the car, and so have the dogs. And so now we all just hang out together down the street. So we're spying on all the people coming into the house, and we're sitting there in our friend's driveway, and the dogs are now used to it. They just lay there. They, they think it's, just a road trip for them. So they're relaxed, cool as a, cucumber. And here I am taking, work calls with my seatbelt on, which I don't know why when my car's parked, I don't take my seatbelt off.
I know.
Seatbelt on, Zoom on, sitting in somebody else's driveway, stalking all the people that are at my house to see like who it is.
Do you ever put on like the fake office on Teams, the fake background?
I don't like how it does the blur thing. So I don't. I usually use what you see is what you get.
Yeah, I definitely do, especially like if I'm talking to our CEO or a big client. I do. And then what I do is I just like don't move. Like I try not to move my head so it doesn't do that weird glitchy thing. But yeah, no, I did so that they don't know I'm in the car. I take the seatbelt off and I've got the office background. And I don't think they know. I really don't think they have an idea how often I'm in the car for a meeting.
It might be the tactic that I have to take going forward. So I may have to implement that into my daily routine as far as putting that in on the backdrop and having one consistent one so that no one knows.
Yeah. It's always, they have one on Teams that's like, it's like a regular, staff accountant office, like all white walls, but a door for some dimension. It's perfect. It's really cute.
So what is funny is we have some stock ones for the company, and one of them looks like people are sitting in a bar. And I laugh every time somebody has it on because I'm like, it's usually the accountants that have it on, and no offense to accountants, but usually you don't see them at a bar. And then so when they're doing the call and the bar thing is in the background, I just chuckled at myself.
Awesome. All right. Well, I want to talk a little bit about what this podcast is and why are we doing this and why are we the right people to do this and what do we want to solve? So take it away.
So for me, this is an outlet of all the things my friends and colleagues and such women colleagues talk about on the daily, whether it's through a group chat or on the phone or what have you. So I believe there is a need for working moms, talking about beauty, talking about being a mom, talking about growing in careers and sharing with one another. And this is to be a forum that we can share and learn from each other. And I want our guests to learn from us as much as I want to learn from them. And hopes that, we, each time we hop on this podcast, that we can learn something. And one little tidbit, if it helps someone, I'm going to feel really good about it.
Yeah, same. I don't want to make it seem like everything is perfect or anything, but I do just want to say that for career-wise, we are both like executives. We are executives at big to mid-sized companies. We have a lot of responsibility. We have to make really, really high-level strategic decisions. We've earned and grinded our way to get there. We also have more children than we have partners.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Right. And we also we're trying to achieve this place. I'm not going to call it balance. I feel like that's a really triggering word these days, but we're trying to achieve the have it all, right? Like the career, the family, the love. And again, I'm not going to say that we're doing it perfect, but I do feel like we do have it all. And I do feel like when people are like, you have to pick one, you can't have it all, that's a myth. I think that's untrue. I do think I have it all. I think I have a great family. I think my kids love me. I think they're thriving. I think I have a great marriage. I think my husband and I still really like each other. I feel like I'm mostly crushing at my career. Are there things that ebb and flow in terms of priority? Of course, but I do feel like we have it all.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I do think the ebb and flow part is important. So, yes, there are days where my children drive me bananas. There are days my husband drives me bananas. But there are days where I feel like, yes, this is all working. So, you nailed it in the sense of, we do have a lot of great things and we want to share. We want to share with our listeners and, what has worked for us or what hasn't worked for us. And, whether it is about kids or work or husbands or partners or what have you, it is, it's an open forum and we will be honest and tell all the good stories with the bad stories because there are many to tell and share on the daily.
And hopefully, most importantly, we're going to share the funny stories.
Yes, I was thinking to some funny stories for today, and I got to tell you, there's just been a lot of serious shit happening in my world right now. I've got an almost 19-year-old who, there's some social media things. I got an 11-year-old who is having that friend circle thing at school. So there's just so many different learning lessons. Every day I feel like has been a life lesson with them. and for me and how you handle it. And so the past little bit has been kind of trying, and I want to have all the funny stories in the world, and then I'm like, oh, what's funny about this? There's nothing funny.
Yeah.
It's all
Well,
serious.
maybe sometimes it'll just be a laugh or you'll cry.
Later. Yeah. I was going to say it'll be a laugh later. I'll look back on this in a few weeks and be like, oh my gosh, that was hilarious. What was I talking about?
Yeah. And it's no laughing matter to me that like you live very close. Like we are but we are friends. We are legitimate friends that spend time, and you're leaving me. And that is not funny. Luckily, I think probably I feel it the least of your friends, maybe because we travel for work so much that we will be like a catch me if you can at the Atlanta airport for sure.
Yes, no doubt. Yes. And for all of our listeners, we do travel on the regular. So we're not going into the same office every single day. We are traveling all across the country to meet with our teams and do our work and our our clients and all of the things. So we're in the same industry. We are all over the place. And, we'll talk a lot about what that, what was the word you used? I don't want to use balance, but what's made it work for us and how we've kind of scheduled our days and scheduled our weeks and juggling childcare and all of the things that, some of you may have in your lives. Because I always say, like, if I wasn't in my current career, I would have a career in logistics, because I do feel, we are constantly juggling, where everybody's going, when they're going to get there. And then, oh, by the way, I have to get my teeth cleaned and my hair done and all of that amongst all, the daily grind.
Yeah. Okay. So career in logistics. We are in, I don't know if we were going to say this, we're in real estate. We're both in real estate, specifically, primarily retail real estate, which is fantastic. And we're 25 plus years into this, and we're on two different ends of the transaction, I would say, or
sometimes on the same. I mean, Michael Ann is a client of mine, or I am a client of Michael Ann's, and so we do get to do business together. But a lot of times we don't. So it's nice to be able to have somebody to bounce ideas off of and share and such. So. We do work together in some facet, but not on the daily.
Yeah. And in real estate, which I think will be relevant when we get to other topics, such as investing and the opportunities. And I am super excited. This week already, I put a piece of property under contract with your team.
Oh, congrats. That's amazing. Congrats to my team. I didn't even know.
I'm so excited. And it's not a typical project for us. We usually do much larger centers, or we do have some single clients that we work with. But this is a 2-tenant building. They're 2 sexy clients, the hot, buzzy tenants. It's expensive. We got to close fast. So I'm really, really excited to be able to do this. And it's local, which is also not usually that happens. So
that's super exciting. We always love when the two worlds can collide. So thank you for that. That'll be amazing.
No, I'm very excited. Okay. So speaking of kind of that balance and things that work and things that don't work, I want to ask you a question, and I feel like this question could be very polarizing.
Oh gosh. Okay. I'm not sure I'm ready.
Okay. How many times is it appropriate to wear a sports bra before you wash it?
Oh, interesting. I go through this dilemma with my jeans, but sports bra. Oh man,
Jeans have a long shelf life. Jeans is at least 5, 6, maybe 7 washes.
That's what they say. I'm not there. Jeans, I'm every other time. No, I'm every other time.
No, I don't want to change the fit of my jeans. I feel like every time I wash a pair of jeans, they're going to be slightly different in their fit for the rest of their lives. So I try to not wash jeans.
Okay, I need to take a page out of your book. But sports bras, no, I wash every time. Is that not what you're supposed to do?
You're probably supposed to do that, but it's one of the bars I've lowered in my house. I am not washing the sports bra. What if you wear the sports bra, but you don't exercise? Like you just
maybe I'd wear it again. Maybe I'd wear it again. Like my regular one, it probably is like 3 or 4 days if I'm not sweating.
Yeah. Or like if you do Pilates, I don't sweat during Pilates.
Well, then you're going to the wrong Pilates class because mine, I'm coming out of there like a hot disaster.
I feel like I'm not a very sweaty person in
Neither
general,
am
but I
I.
don't
That's what I'm
sweat in
saying. Like
Pilates.
this Pilates that I'm doing right now, it literally kicks my butt.
Is it like a cardio Pilates?
Yeah. I mean, it's not a stretching one. Like I've done like a one-on-one stretch one before, but this is like full on. I am sweating.
Really? I am not. But I
I'm
went to
trying.
one Monday. I went to Pilates Monday and I woke up in the middle of the night that night, literally like in pain. So
Like
it's not
Charlie
like
horses in your legs, like you, all the things.
it was my abs, my shoulders, my butt cheeks. I mean, it was like woke me up in the middle of the night pain. So it's not like
Yeah, you're getting
maybe
the
hammy
workout.
Pilates, but I just don't really sweat a lot. So I'm definitely not washing my sports bra every time.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see you with a sports bra. I'm not going to come near you because you're probably stink and you don't even know it.
I know for sure I do. I also have been on this kick of trying to find like an aluminum free deodorant,
Oh, I,
but
I, I,
they don't
I
work yet.
haven't done it.
Oh, I've tried so many times. I'll go through phases. I think this is back to this crunchy-ish, where I'll be like, aluminum is bad for you, and you're putting it on your skin every day. Let's try to find. And I've tried the lotions, the fancy, the detox, the crystals, and they just don't work. And we do live in a hot climate, so there's that too. And it's already hot, it's 85, 90 degrees in the middle of the day here every day. I have not found one that works.
Well, when you do, share it with us all, please.
Yes. Somebody, please, if anybody knows of a good aluminum-free deodorant that's actually working in sweaty weather, which is not sweater weather, sweaty weather, please leave us a message. Tell us. Let us know.
Yes, for sure, for sure. So what other things like are you not washing all the time? I need because I could use to not have so many loads of laundry every week.
Okay, so I feel like I'm in a phase of life right now where there are a lot of costume changes. Like I roll out of bed and I'll maybe put on something for just drop off because I'm just rolling out the door at the last minute. And then I come back and I change into maybe something I'm going to work out in. And then
Yeah.
I come back and I change again into what I'm going to wear for work.
Totally agree with this. I totally. So first off, this morning, I will tell you a funny story. So
I saw your drop off it this morning.
Yeah. So I was gonna say this morning I must have read my carpool text wrong, and I was supposed to be, and it was time for pickup. No one was coming, and then they're like, no, you're taking for today. I was like, oh shoot. And I literally had no time and had no shoes. So here I am in my Christmas pajamas. I look like Mrs. McAllister with my monogram on it. And then I'm no shoes. I have my cup of coffee. Hair is not like it literally had not been brushed and no teeth brushed. So, and I'm like, if I get pulled over, this is going to be the worst day ever. But luckily, I made it, hauling butt into the school parking lot, through everybody tucked and rolled out of the car and made it back to the house without a ticket or getting pulled over. And on we went with the day. But
yeah. Well, also, I want to pause for a minute because the other thing I saw in that picture is that you were completely like raw dogging in the coffee mug. You had the straight up.
This was not a to-go coffee mug. This is like my glass cup. As I literally was waiting outside for someone else to pick my child up, and I like ran and grabbed my keys, and off we went for the day.
So obviously, we are perfecting this have it all, right?
Oh my gosh!
2 weekends ago, I felt terrible. I still haven't told her. I forgot to take my daughter to a birthday party. Like I forgot. I had it on the calendar. I'd RSVP'd. We had bought a gift. It's one of her close friends. And we weren't even like doing something else that we had to sort of rush to. Like there's no excuses for it. Like it was just gone.
Flat out forgot.
Yeah. I had to send an apology text to the mom later. I'm so sorry we missed it. Like just completely blanked.
And it happens. It really does. There's always something, it's okay. Don't feel bad.
Yeah. What is the level of guilt we're supposed to carry for this?
I I think it's past at this point. She didn't make a big deal out of it, so
She
on you
doesn't
go.
know. She
Yeah,
doesn't know. She forgot.
at this point she's already been back to school or around
Yeah.
this friend, I'm assuming. So I think she's fine. She's fine.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
next year.
Okay, so the other thing that I want to talk about that I wanted to just share as a helpful hint is I'm obsessed with AI. That was my big goal for 2026 is to learn how to use AI to be productive. And we will have a whole dedicated episode to talking about all the ways that I'm using AI. I'm hoping we're going to bring in a subject matter expert who can show us things I don't even know. But one of the things that it has not been great at, and I've tried all the platforms. I've got Gemini, I've got Claude, I've got ChatGPT. I had Copilot. I've left Copilot. I do not love it. But I've tried all the things. Most consistently, I use ChatGPT. And one of the things that ChatGPT has never been great at is makeup and clothes suggestions. Like,
oh, interesting. I haven't used it for that yet.
Yeah. So I'll take a picture of my face sometimes and be like, how do I wear makeup? What do I wear? And it'll be like, just put your blush on your cheek right here. And I'm like, that's not a cheek. Or I'll put in a prompt about, give me ideas of what to wear as a professional that works from home and then has to run to a sporting event, and give me outfits ideas. And it shows like, lacy thong halter tops, like not
gonna work.
But I have noticed as I have gotten older that instead of getting these like dark circles under my eyes, I get really white circles. I've lost the pigment. So I'm like, what is this? Can I take a pill for this? Can I get a laser for this? What do we do for this? And I took a picture, I put it into chat, and chat's like, no. This is easy. You need Bobbi Brown corrector in peach. I'm like, okay. I'm an olive skin tone. I've never used a peach anything. I'm like, I feel like this is a falsehood, but it's $30. I can order it on Amazon. I'm going to try it. It's a low cost of entry. So, and it was like, you have to put it on with this finger in this direction, starting at this.
Very specific.
Very specific. And I tried it. It worked.
Chat had it all. Little did I mean, I'm gonna have to try that. I will do that and report back to everybody my experience, because I have not used it for makeup. I am having an eyeliner dilemma. So I think I'm gonna use that as my guinea pig test.
What do you think your dilemma is? What's your eyeliner dilemma?
My eyeliner, it's going on my eyelids a lot, no matter if I use pencil, liquid, any kind of consistency. And then I've also asked if I should be having like an eyebrow lift, and they're like, nope, you don't have
like a surgical eyebrow lift.
Yes, that's what I was asking my eye doctor, but she said no, you're not even remotely near that. So I don't know what is happening, and I don't know if it's my eyeshadow or my eyeliner, but I think it's the liner and my lid. So I got to figure out what I need to do. So I'm going to ask
ChatGPT it up. Okay, let's talk about career a little bit. I know you had a big pitch to a new potential client this week. How did it go?
So it went really well. We actually find out in a few days, but it couldn't have gone any better. I brought all of the teammates together. So we had probably 6 of us on a call, and they laid it all out on the table. So we feel good, and hopefully they think we're the right people for the job. And then actually the same client, we have that pitch probably 8 more times. So they're doing it more state specific. So we'll get to do it again and again and again. And hopefully we'll keep learning from each time that we do it. So our chances continue to go up to get it. So it'd be a game changer for a lot of the teams. And, it's exciting.
That's awesome. Okay. So leading into the pitch, one of the things that I think you do super well in your career is collaborate with other people and reach out and bring them in. What did you guys do? What do you guys do for these pitches? Because for specificity, you run a brokerage firm. And so you have brokers, which they all have their own independent clients and book of business and things like that. But these large scale pitches that are going to transcend offices that you do together, how do you bring different personality styles and geography? How do you bring it together to make a joint pitch?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So I am all about togetherness and collaboration. And so we get on one call and we all hash it out. And by hashing out, I mean defining each person's role within the pitch and or the presentation piece. So it's inclusive of marketing, it's inclusive of GIS and mapping, it's inclusive of the brokerage team, and it's inclusive of me. And so like who's going to do what, and we all kind of put together what our strengths are, and we really play to those when we're going into one of these pitches. And usually we have an outline of what the potential client wants or needs, and we roll that out to the team. They give us their ideas, and we all kind of, again, all the brains come together to create it. And one teammate sort of takes the lead on giving everybody the days and times that things are due, looping everybody in an email, and really making sure that everybody's voices are heard for the package, because we don't want it to be like some stock thing. It is all very it's custom done based on the client and based on our team that will be working on it for the specific market. Because they are all very different and every market's very different. So it's nice that everyone can see what everybody else does. So it kind of opens everybody's minds. And again, just it's another touch point with one another as you're creating a team environment with people that truly they're 1099 and they have their own books of business and kind of done their own things to get here. So we're just there to help make it bigger and better.
Okay, so a real life college team project, right? Like it's just like you practice in college, right?
Yeah, well, it's funny because then like my daughter comes home from school and she's like, okay, my team and I did this. And it's funny because now I can start to see me in her based off of what she's telling me. She's like, okay, I told him to do this and I told him to do that. I was like, yes, that's exactly the role I usually play. So it is interesting how kids maybe pick up on things that we don't know and or inherently just have our traits. So it's been awesome to kind of watch each of them grow and talk about what they're doing that translates into what I do every day.
Okay, and also maybe the opposite, right? Like because I'm about as type A as they come, always have been. And my boys will do these group projects and I'll check their grades like the tiger mom I am and be like, hey, why do you have this NTI and not turned in history? And they're like, oh, it's a group project. And, Bobby's supposed to turn it in. I'm like, well, Bobby didn't turn it in. And they're like, oh, I guess if I remember, I'll talk to him tomorrow. I'm like, oh, no, you won't. What's Bobby's photo? It's like, the control freak that I am, they don't have it and they don't need it. And it's nice.
But the best part is your youngest will overhear all of these things and she will do completely opposite. So we had this scenario where one of my kids, he was not turning things in school, and it really drives me crazy because it's super simple, right? You do the work, you turn it in. Like, if you're doing it in class, why are you not just turning it in class? It's so frustrating.
You're losing the easy points here, guys.
Yes, this is like, this is a give me. So every day, my daughter, the youngest, heard, why did you turn an assignment? Why didn't you turn your assignment? Why didn't you turn an assignment? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Right? Like she consistently heard this over the past few years. So I went to a parent teacher conference recently and the teacher was like, man, she is like on it. She turns things in right away. Like she's getting them done early. And I was like, oh yeah, that might be like PTSD from some conversations that I've had with our other children. I said, yes, she's also a dancer, which will be a whole nother topic for a later time, but like she has a strict schedule, so she knows she has to get it in. But mostly she's probably heard me lose my mind over the fact that you need to turn your assignments in.
Yeah. I definitely feel like, and maybe it's a boy girl thing, I don't know, but I definitely feel like my daughter is much more like me, much more type A, much more controlling, much more like she needs to get straight A's or she feels internally bad about it. Whereas if the boys don't have straight A's, they're just afraid of me.
Yes.
So it is a different dichotomy for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
So
Go ahead.
so for those that are dance moms out there, I feel for you. There's it's amazing. It's so great to see them on stage, but all the memes that are out there about dancing and dance moms are 99.9% true. It cracks me up every time. So we've had a few competitions. We got another competition coming up, but we had a few competitions already in the books, and it is amazing to me the behavior of some of these moms. And we were sitting there at one competition. The dancers, luckily, were backstage, so they didn't see this. But the other moms and I were staying together, and there were two moms literally screaming at each other about to fight. And I'm like,
Oh,
ladies, this is a dance competition. What are you doing? I
were
can't
there Olympic judges in the
Oh yeah,
audience?
well it was me. I was like getting my phone ready to take a video because I was like I was flabbergasted this was even happening. I mean, listen, we've been in competitive dance for 4 years now, and I have not seen anything like this. This was a new one, but it took it to a whole nother level.
Oh man, I feel like that episode is going to have so many good stories. We are going to
Oh
be having an episode about dance moms. We're going to talk about daddy ball. We're going to talk about kids sports in general. They've gotten completely insane. They're so competitive at such a young age. The parents are highly involved. We're all just reliving our youth through our kids, or what you didn't have in your youth that you wish you did. But it's really intense. So we will definitely have an entire episode dedicated to those fun stories. We're going to bring in some special guests and coaches and leaders that can tell
yeah,
us about it.
I think that's what I'm looking forward to the most is like having experts and or other people that are friends or clients or what have you come and join us and be part of this as there's so many things to talk about and like from the health, beauty, wellness perspective, the kids, all the things. So I think it'll be good to have these special guests kind of tell us more and maybe either solidify our thinking or help us in changing our routines.
Yeah, I'm excited to use this podcast as an excuse to have access to people that it would be weird to just randomly call up a plastic surgeon and be like, what is the age where you should get a facelift? But if I can hide behind the scheme of the podcast and bring in a really great facial plastic surgeon to talk about the realities of a facelift, I have heard more than once recently that the best age to get a facelift is the mid 40s because of your propensity to heal, the remaining laxity in your skin, that's going to be your most advantageous, natural looking facelift. That's insane to me. It's insane to me. I mean, we're there. I'm not ready for a facelift. I don't need a facelift.
I can't even imagine doing that right now.
Or what would happen when you're 70 if you did it at 45?
Right. You have to have another
You
one.
need another one. But I want to know about it. I want to know about the upper, the lower, the deep plane. I want to know what these words mean. Yes. I want to know what the reality of it is, the healing time. And I want to talk to the alternatives. What about Botox and lasers and Sculptra? And what are the less invasive things that we can be doing to just look great forever? Because that's the goal.
Yes. I think the looking great forever. I also would like to dive into what clothes are appropriate for our age. And I just am having a hard time in the fashion sense. And if I could wear jeans and a blazer every day, I would. But I know that's also not realistic. So just trying to understand from a fashion standpoint, what is right. I don't, I would wear a muumuu if y'all let me. I think they're the most comfortable things on earth. But my clan would not have me as a friend if I wore those to a work convention. So I just, what is appropriate? So probably need to have a stylist come in and tell me.
Yeah,
what's going on.
this. I have very specific fashion rules that I still think are fundamental to follow because we're not giving up. Like I said, we're not giving up. No. I do not think muumuus are in the cards. I think you should still strive to look as professionally adorable and attractive as you can. I think that's important. And I don't think women over 40, I know this is a hot take and you're going to crucify me. I don't think that women over 40 should be wearing tennis shoes to a work conference.
I know. Every time I go to put them in my suitcase, I think about you because you've said that to me a number of times. And so I haven't done it fully. I've done it for like events, like golf tournaments and things like that. but I haven't done it for a work conference yet. So stay tuned. We have a work conference coming up that we're going to have to plan our wardrobes for. And you never know, this might be the first time I bust out tennis shoes. So
yeah, and it's a big one. It's for anybody not in the real estate world. It's a conference in Vegas where I feel like a lot of conferences are based these days. But this is the largest global conference. There'll be usually between 25,000 to 30,000 attendees. Used to be pre-COVID was probably 45,000, but it's a big conference. It's all of our biggest existing or hopeful clients that we will be seeing and having meetings with, and it's everything that conferences are. So it is coffee to back-to-back meetings at a conference floor to a happy hour, a long 4-hour dinner that I hate, and then a party afterwards. So you need a lot of costume changes. It's Vegas, so you have to bring the Vegas extra. I feel like our planning routine used to look a lot different. Like it used to be like, hey, let's go to Wet Seal or Charlotte Russe and think of how many different, $20 t-shirts we could possibly bring. And now it's a little bit more about like, well, how can we hydrate before we get there?
Yes. Or how do I fit everything into a carry-on? Because I hate checking my bag. I mean, this time I'm definitely not checking a bag because I'm only going for 2 days, but
yeah, it's a quick trip.
Man, it is all the things, and prepping for it is a lot. So I've already started prep.
What are we doing to prep?
I went and had Botox done already so that it kind of settles before I go. And then my hair appointment is scheduled for next week. And then I'll kind of go from there. What about you?
I'm going through a little phase right now where I'm feeling anti-Botox for me personally.
Sure.
I just feel like I've been doing a lot of micro needling and I'm kind of liking it. So, there may be an emergency appointment in the next week or two. We'll see. I'm almost out of time, but so I'm not doing that. But I am planning outfits. I am planning shoes. I do feel like I need some new shoes to get through the conference. I need to get them now to get them broken in. My team has set, this is one time, like, I think I've set 2 meetings. Like my team is setting all the meetings for me and I'm just going to their meetings, which should be freeing, right? Like that should be my role within the company, but it is also like that control freak type A feels like I'm not really contributing to the team. But I remembered to book a hotel and a flight, and I registered for the conference, which
that's good. That's
step one.
Step one. I've been to many conferences where I've showed up and they're like, "We don't have your name," and I'm like, "Oh."
That happened to me in Charlotte. Yeah, and it's an expensive lesson. $800. It's an expensive lesson.
Yes.
Have you ever shown up to a city and realized you did not actually book your hotel or your car?
No, I haven't done that, but I did take a flight to a city and forget my suitcase in the car.
Okay.
I was going on a 3-day trip. I was taking a 6 a.m. flight, which is never fun. I don't know why I do that anymore. And left my suitcase in the car and ended up I landed. It was actually in Charlotte. So luckily there's a lot of places to go. And I was able to pick up a few outfits and some cheap makeup to get me through, and on we went. Carried it in my bag that I bought from the store. I mean, it was.
I definitely want to hear more about that story, and I'll bet nobody that you met with was any the wiser.
No one cared one bit. I, of course, scared, and I'm like, how did I do this? Like, it was just one of those moments where I was like, I had to reevaluate my life at that point. I was like, okay, do I have had too much going on? Because like, how do you go to the airport and get on an airplane without a suitcase? Like that is next level. You're losing it. I was like, I'm losing it, or I'm just that dumb. And I was like, I'm not dumb. I think too much is
double doses of creatine. That'll solve every problem right now. That's the buzzword. Double doses of creatine. Okay, we will definitely have an episode about longevity, about biohacking, about supplements. I want to know all of that. I plan to live forever, being youthful and amazing and able to move. So we will definitely have episodes about that. One last thing before we get to our weekly spiral. I ran a 5K yesterday, which,
wow.
Thank you. Yes. I used to be a runner-ish, like
Yes, you did. And one day she convinced
Yeah.
me to go do a half marathon and train for it. And we trained. I thought I was going to die. And then we never did the half marathon together.
Yeah, we did. We did. That's true.
And I am now of the mindset I am not going to agree to it because I'm not going to run a half marathon. But
it takes a lot of time to train for a half marathon.
yes.
It takes a lot of time. And I don't have that kind of time anymore. And you know what? I don't think my body loves distance running. But in any case, this was just a fundraiser 5K for my alma mater. And I was bringing my middle guy was coming with me. He's a soccer player, so he can knock out, 3 miles.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Problem. He kind of wants to go to this college, or he thinks he does when he grows up. So it was like a behind the scenes, through the campus kind of thing. So we did that last night. It was a Thursday night. And I will tell you, running a 5K without a lot of training with college kids will really tell you exactly where you fit in society these days. I mean, it'll humble you and put you right in your place in a heartbeat. So.
I literally am just cringing to myself. Like, I probably would have started walking and just said, I don't even care.
Yeah, take it a detour.
Yeah, like, I'm out. I made it across the starting line. That's what you got from me today.
Yeah, well, or I paid the money for the bib.
Huh.
Yes,
exactly.
Okay, so we want to end every episode with what we're calling the weekly spiral, and it's sort of just a vent session of whatever bothered us that week. We didn't talk about this in advance, but are we each going to come up with our own? Are we going to alternate? I have many, but I had definitely one I wanted to talk about today. But
go ahead, because then I can add my 2 cents if anything I feel on the topic.
Okay, here's where I'm at. This is what I want to vent about. We are in a society where people are automatically just sending meeting invites. Like they're checking their availability, their calendar, and then they're just putting the meeting on my books. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I legit am guilty of this. And I laugh because I did it today. And I'm like, I'll just take, if they can't do it, they'll tell me. I just have to get this out of my inbox. So I don't make a habit of it. I can promise you that. But for some, I'm just like, my whole day's wide open. I'm going to send them the time that works best. And
oh my God, I can't do it. I am like offended. I'm offended that you didn't even care to check. And I have this amazing employee. she is a superstar rainmaker. I love her. But she has a habit. She will look at my calendar because we share, Outlook, and then she'll book like a meeting every time, like bookending every existing meeting I have. Yeah. And I can't do it. Like I need to digest what the meeting I just had, take the action steps, because if it gets off the plate, it's off the plate. And
well, for that, I will tell you what I started doing is I started putting in there block time. Like it says NP out. So everybody knows, like, just do not schedule something, do not call, do not write. Like I am in the middle. Like, so even if it's 15 minutes, I just put block time. And
do you do that before and after every meeting? Like you just every time
where I feel like
really do it?
Yep. So like after our pitch this morning, I put in 30 minutes of kind of like, I needed to download off of that. I needed to prepare for this. I needed 30 minutes to myself. So it says block time. So, and then I did the same for later this afternoon so that if I decide I need to leave early, I can leave early. If I need to finish up for the week and have quiet time, like I like to end the week sort of with a lot of things out of my inbox. So it allows for me to have that time to myself. And they know, and now everybody's used to seeing it on there and they know not to book anything.
It drives me crazy. I am offended by the automatic meeting. My schedule is very full. My time is very precious. You need to tell me what you want to talk about, and I'll decide if it's worthy, where it ranks, and what I need the time to get ready for.
I do think it's very weird to just throw time on someone's calendar. Right? Usually if I'm doing it, they know why, right? Like there's been an exchange about why we need to talk.
Like, there's going to be a meeting. Like, okay, maybe if I'd already talked to somebody and they're like, hey, can we find 30 minutes to talk about blah, blah, blah. And then they send me a 30-minute invite for a time in the future. Okay, I'll allow it. But other people, especially like as we're getting ready for this big conference, I have like people I've never talked to in my life that want to meet with me at this show, and they're just sending the meeting, the Outlook.
No. That's completely wrong.
Deny.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. And then there's some that I think I know, and I'm like, oh, I'll take that meeting, and then I realize, oh shit, shouldn't have done that. So
Yeah.
I ended up having to cancel. But
speaking of which, I was invited this morning to a paddle tournament meet. I don't know what you would call it, paddle game with other developers and REITs and owners by a member of your team, actually. And it sounds like a ton of fun, but I've never even watched paddle. I know how to play pickleball. I know how to play tennis. Do those skills transcend? I don't know.
I would guess I haven't done it either. And I'll be honest with you, I'm probably like, this is not going to be a favorable comment for a lot of people, but I don't like pickleball. And so I don't know that I'd like paddle either. I'm like tennis through and through.
Okay. I like all of it. I generally like all of it. Feel like I need to call this person and be like, okay, so do these other people know how to play this game? What is everybody's ranking?
Yes, I would definitely do that to make sure. You don't want
to go back to ChatGPT and be like, how do you play paddle?
Yes. So, the next few calls we have to cancel because you're going to be learning how to play paddle.
Yeah, or be injured from paddle. One person paddle. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in today. We are so excited for the rest of the episodes. They're just going to get better and better and funnier and more helpful and interesting. We're looking forward to any tips that you might have, anything you want to know more about. You can find us on social media at Double Booked Official Podcasts. We're all over Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We're on all the socials. So find us there. And thanks for coming.
See ya.
See ya.